All right, we're here today with the Speedways. We got Matt and Mauro. How you doing today, guys?
We're doing all right. Well, I'm doing all right. I don't know about Matt. I can't speak for both of us.
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, cool. Handling these crazy times, all right?
Kind of got used to it, you know. Kind of got used to it, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
But the new record just came out, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday. Wow.
Yeah,
This is of
yesterday.
the essence.
So we're right on time.
It's a strange time to be releasing a record, isn't it? There's going to look back. There's going to be not a lot of bands who released albums, I think, in this particular year, you know. But we'll be one of them.
Yeah. Get a jump on up the charts.
Yeah, it should be less competition.
Yeah.
So before we get to the new record, I wanted to ask you, the name, the Speedways, does that come from the Morrissey song, the last one on Vauxhall and I?
It certainly does, yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love that tune, man. But the thing is, like, I've lost entire days to just crying alone in my room to that tune. I know plenty of people who have, you know?
Yeah.
But like, your music doesn't make me want to cry alone in my room. And I think that's a good thing, because I mean, who wants to be crying alone in their room?
No, it is. It is. It's from the Morrissey song. Yeah, that's where the name came from.
I love that tune, man.
Yeah, me too, man. I love that album. It's a great album.
Yeah. So how?
I mean, I think that there's certainly, you know, some moments I might feel like crying alone to my room, listening to the record. You know, it comes and goes. Some bits I do, some bits I definitely don't.
That's good. I mean,
crying while you're rocking out, you know.
Yeah.
You can't play a gig if you're crying alone in your room.
There is that.
But I got a general, you know, positive feeling from the whole album. In that, you know, I would want to. It's something I could drive around to and feel good. Listen.
It's definitely a bit of both, I think. It's kind of driving music, I guess. I can't drive, but I guess it is. And it's sad music too, you know.
Yeah.
This is the funny thing. No one in the band can drive. Actually, there's a lot of band. There's four of us who are all just, you know, you can't put us behind a wheel. But I think that the album would sound good in the car. But I don't know if anyone's actually ever listened to it in a car. But we need to do that somehow.
Yeah.
We need to get hold of a car and someone else to drive it so we can listen to it and check it out in the car. It can sound good.
Yeah. Seems like a good time. So tell me how the band came together.
Matt can do this one.
Okay, so the first Speedways album, I kind of made it on my own, and Mauro offered me a gig in London. And so I asked Mauro join the band, and then Chris joined the band, and Adrian joined the band, just to do a one-off show, okay? And then we got asked to do some more shows and play some more shows. And so I wrote some more songs, and we all got together and played some. And I made another album, and that's kind of pretty much. And we went to Spain as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the one show thing kind of went out of the window pretty quick.
It did, yeah.
Thought,
straight away, yeah.
Well, it sounds quite good, really. We should probably do some more shows. What the hell, you know?
Yeah.
Let's do them.
Yeah, the new record has a much more band feel than the first.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's got more energy.
Yeah, I mean, the first record was just Matt, really, you know, and a drummer, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be anything more than that. It was just going to be just some songs to record and my friends to listen to again. And then we just enjoyed it so much, we just decided to keep going, and we got offered some gigs, and you know, that's how it happened, really. It's been really cool. It's a really good band, you know.
Yeah.
It's a genuinely really good band. It's like four really good musicians who play really well together and sing well together and write well together and rehearse. It's just great, yeah.
Awesome. So tell me about making the new record.
Yeah, that was done in stages too, really, because we don't really have much time, really, you know, so we recorded the drums separately, and then we And then me, Adrian and Mauro went and recorded with a guy called Jazz, who's an old friend of Mauro's. And we just, just did it really quickly, didn't we,
Basically, came together.
Yeah.
Jez is pretty easy to work with. I know, like Matt said, I know him from before, so we've got quite a good working relationship. So everything kind of flowed quite easily, We kind of just settled in at his house, and we kind of all kind of have a lot of similar reference points, and we can just sort of go, oh yeah, you mean like this? Okay, yeah, right, I'll play something that's along those lines, or whatever. It just basically kind of flowed really easily, and then did it in two batches. Did half the album in one batch, kind of thing. Half the album in the other batch. And,
we all recorded really quickly too. We all kind of first take guys, really. We all just do everything very quickly, and that's really good to save money as well, time and money, because you don't have a lot,
Plus, the feel of the first take usually has the best energy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's really true. Yeah. But it's been great. I mean, it's been really cool. We're really pleased with the album. It's got a good flow to it. We kind of, me and Mauro talked about this in Germany, that when you play an album, there has to be kind of light and shade in terms of the running order, and that's really important. We kind of got that really. I think we nailed that. I think that works really well.
Yeah, put a bit of thought into what goes well after what, and not putting too many songs that were too similar or whatever together, and that kind of all that sort of stuff, And actually, that intro will sound really good after this other one. Kind of, sometimes it's thinking a bit like a DJ, like you're doing a DJ set. You're like, what's going to go really well after this? Just make this one come in really quick. That kind of thing. I love all that sort of stuff.
Because as far as track ordering goes, like when you put out the single "Kisses Are History" on the Bandcamp page, number 7 was the second track listed. So like when number 7 was number 7 on the album, it was really satisfying to see.
Yeah, exactly.
That was no accident.
No.
Everything else kind of had to fit around that. Actually, that was kind of the first one on the team sheet.
It makes sense,
Yeah.
Now, the single "Kisses Are History," the song, is this about Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley?
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was more about Vinnie Vincent.
Yeah.
The other guys, they definitely are history.
Because I was going to ask, relating to Vinnie Vincent, speaking of Kiss history, like when Gene Simmons discovered Van Halen, he was trying to get Eddie in to replace Ace.
It was.
What do you think Eddie's makeup would have been?
That's a good question.
That blows my mind, like trying to contemplate that.
Whoa.
That's a really good question, yeah.
Because he wouldn't have had Vinny's Ankh thing. That wouldn't have fit with Eddie Van Halen.
That's a great question.
Would it just have been like his red and white guitar stripes on his face?
Yeah, it must have been red and white, yeah. That'd look quite cool, actually.
It would, yeah.
That's quite a mind-blowing idea.
It keeps me awake at night. I'm
not surprised. If you could actually see pictures, they'd probably keep you awake at night as well.
I don't think Eddie's playing would have suited Kiss, would it really?
No, not at all. No. I can't imagine it. Like, it seems so incomprehensible.
It would have, yeah.
But apparently he and Alex played on those 3 demos that Gene had. He finally released them a couple years ago on that Vault thing, which cost like thousands of dollars. We played on his version of Christine 16 and 2 other songs,
really?
which I would love to hear, but not thousands of dollars worth enough to hear.
I guess no one's going to get that on YouTube for long, are they? I mean, the lawyers will have that taken down pretty quick.
Yeah. Now, getting back to your album, Radio Sounds. First song, it's called "This Ain't a Radio Sound." How do you know you're listening to the album?
Especially this year as well. Yeah.
I mean, it's like a leap of faith.
It is, yeah. It's a great question. Yeah. I guess that was the joke, wasn't it? Really, that was the irony. You know, it's kind of, we actually had the song "This Ain't a Radio Sound," and then it was like we'll call the album "Radio Sounds." So it's like a kind of a
psych you out.
Yeah.
So we're saying we don't write singles. Yeah.
Because I mean,
we're never going to get played on the radio.
Well, obviously they are all hits. Singles,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, but that's like an even more irony to it. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, if it does get played on the radio, I just imagine some sort of like massive cognitive dissonance. You know?
Yeah, that's probably why all these things happen in 2020. That's probably what's happened.
There you go. I mean, are you guys claiming responsibility?
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's roughly when we recorded that track, it started going wrong, didn't it? After that.
Yeah.
Now the B side of that.
That song away again.
What's that?
We'll have to lock that song away again, back in the vault.
Yeah.
Too dangerous.
Now the B side is the cover of Billy Ocean's "Love Really Hurts Without You." How did you guys end up doing that one?
Yeah. Okay. So Adrian, our bass player, he messaged me and he said, "Shall we do Love Really Hurts Without You?" And I said, "Well, I love the song, but I can't sing it. It's just too high." So we had to change the key. And I think, Mauro, we mentioned it in rehearsal to you as well. And you suggested Red Light Spells Danger, I seem to remember, which is another great bit.
I was holding out for Red Light Spells Danger. I was like, I can imagine us doing that as well. But then again, either would work. They're both equally great.
Good, yeah.
So,
and I think
in the end it just came down to, we basically kind of just managed to just about sneak that one, through the gate just as we were recording, because it was like literally like
we've never
about
played
half an hour left, and we'd never played it in rehearsal ever. And our drummer was like, he'd done 7 songs that day, that session. We were like, "Do you reckon you can do one more? Maybe we could squeeze one more out of you. This is a song you've never played before. How about recording this song you've never ever played?" Thankfully, Matt knew the chords to it, which helps. So otherwise, that's probably what sealed it over Red Light Spells Danger, because Matt actually did learn Love Really Hurts Without You. So that was, at least one of the band knew the song.
Yeah.
So then he was like, "Chris, sort of like this," and then we went and finished it off in the studio and came out surprisingly well, considering, like I say, we'd never played together. Still haven't.
Wow. Sounds great. You'd never know.
Cheers,
And that's amazing. I was going to ask, like, were you considering other Billy Ocean tunes? Because also going with the name Speedways, "Get Out of My Dreams and Into My Car" works perfectly too.
Yeah. Well, actually, it wasn't another Billy Ocean song. The other consideration was "SOS" by ABBA. That was the other song we were thinking of doing. I remember we mentioned that in rehearsal. So
that's right.
Which would have been great too. It's a great song.
Might still happen. Yeah, look, it's nice to do a cover version that's in your own style. That's not just too much of the obvious thing to do, I guess.
Yeah, like a Ramones song, which obviously we love the Ramones, but it's too obvious to just do a Ramones song. It's nice to do something like, because we're all big fans of all different kinds of music. I think that's the good thing about this band. I think that's really important.
Well, you could make one of those, Billy Ocean ABBA cover albums. That's all the rage these days.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Jump on that.
So, Empty Pages. Did you write the lyrics to that down? 'Cause that seems like it would jinx it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Tell me about that one.
What about the song, you mean? I think it's about something being over, so there's nothing left to say, but it's about wishing you could go back and do it differently, that kind of thing, Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, That's kind of, I don't, it's about having regrets, I think. but in a nice way. It's a nice song, you know.
This is the sadness we were talking about earlier.
It's the sadness we were talking about earlier, yeah.
It's not. It's never too far from the surface. You can find it in all the songs. You know, just got to scratch away a little bit. It'll be there. You know, came out well, that Pages.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's one of my favourites.
I remember me and Matt had some sort of like back and forth about it initially. I was like, because he'd done a demo of it, which you'll hear if you ever get a hold of the CD actually, because the CD is going to have the demo version on it as well. It's like a bonus track. But the demo, I really liked the sound of it and the sort of feel of it. It was kind of just sort of kind of haunting, sort of solo, acoustic kind of thing, but very sparse, wasn't it, Matt? It was very kind of like it's a bit of a passion of it. But it was just Matt on his own, basically. I was like, oh, it'd be really nice to have something like that on the album as well. So I was really kind of pushing to not play on it, basically, and not have the band on it. Matt was like, no, I want the band on everything. And I was like, okay, you know, all right, okay. You know, you've got an idea in your head, got to go with it. And we recorded, and I was like, he was right. It came out really well, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of.
You'll hear the demo version too, so you know, best of both worlds.
Yeah. You were going to say something, Matt?
Yeah, I think the band The Searchers were a big influence on the actual sound of that song. You know, it's very 60s pop kind of sound, I think. That kind of drive. Yeah, that kind of sound, you know. But yeah, the original demo, there's loads of original demos of that song. It's quite an old one. Like I wrote it a long time ago, you know, and it's there's a few versions of that song knocking around, yeah.
Was that the one which you had like a synth on it? Like a synth version of it?
Yeah. It was about 5
at some point,
that song, yeah.
It's like a New Order song at some point.
Yeah, the lyrics have never changed, but the feel of the song changed about 5 times, yeah.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool.
We'll save that for the vault in 20 years' time. To whatever the kind of the Kiss £1,000 version. You can get all the extra versions.
Yeah,
excellent. So the album closer, In a World Without Love, It's Hard to Stay Young. I'm thinking about adopting that as my theme tune because, you know, in a world without love, it's hard to stay young Southpaw. Yeah.
I bet it is.
Yeah, you need love. Just tell me about
that. Specifically, it's about, I guess the title means if you don't have love in your life, it's hard to keep the optimism of youth. It's hard to be optimistic about stuff. I think that's what I'm saying in that. It's about, the song's about trying to move on and then realizing you can't, but at least something good happened once. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like, okay, well, that didn't work out, but at least that amazing thing happened that time. You know, so whatever goes wrong, at least
take something good from it.
At least, yeah, exactly. At least something cool happened. Yeah. So it's a really cool record actually. Mauro's vocals on that were fantastic. The backing vocals, the big R's at the end of that chorus, you know, and you can guitar as well.
I listened to that again the other day, and I was like, God, yeah, you can. If you listen closely, you can hear me cracking a little bit towards the end. But I was like, that was another first take thing. And I was like, oh, you know, almost like, you know, keeled over by the end of it, like trying to hold your breath for that long, whatever. But I was like, well, it's kind of good in a way, you know, when you sort of hear someone's voice just cracking a little bit like this, just, you know, makes it a bit more sort of human sounding, doesn't it, rather than being a kind of perfect.
Absolutely, yeah.
Backing vocals just help so much. They just add so much to a song.
Oh man, definitely, yeah. I mean, that's the thing that we love too. We love harmonies and harmony vocals and backing vocals and stuff. I mean, we don't see each other that much in terms in a rehearsal room. We just kind of work it out on the spot, really, don't we? You know, more or less.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it was in the studio.
In the studio, exactly. Yeah.
Which I like. Which I was always like. I kind of like that environment when you can kind of just toy with it a bit and go, "Oh, should I try this one? Actually, let me try that. Hang on, no, just just experiment a little bit and find the right harmony or whatever, or a backing vocal."
It's hard to kind of work out what the notes are, you know, to kind of get them notes, and then one of us goes in and sings it, you know, which is really great. It's very spontaneous.
I mean, that's That's one of the main differences between the first and the second record as well. Because I mean, the first one had a lot of harmonies and backing vocals on them already that Matt had done, but it's all Matt's voice. And this time you got a blend of different voices doing it all. So that's why you get the full band feel to it, I guess.
Yeah. Mauro, it would be remiss of us to get together and not talk about Hanoi Rocks.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
Matt's always pleased to talk about Hanoi Rocks as well. We spent many time in a hotel room at 2 a.m. like getting the acoustics out and trying to remember how to play 11th Street Kids.
Yeah, until I get you as well.
Two of my favorites.
We would go until I get you in the hotel room. Then we have a couple of hotel room favourites. You know, the ones that we you know, like I say, we get the acoustics out. We go, we should do this. We should do this. It would be great. We should do this. Then one day.
We'll do until I get you one day.
That'd be good.
That would be excellent.
Matt's got a good Hanoi Rock story though. Actually, you should get him and tell him your Hanoi Rock story about when you nearly saw them.
Oh, when they played Leicester. Leicester, yeah. They turned when they reformed in 2004. They came to play a show in Leicester. Andy McCoy thought the venue was too small, so they just refused to play and they left.
They just turned tail and left.
The venue was too small, so they just
look at this. We're off.
And all these people leaving in cowboy boots, walking down the street.
That's gutting.
Yeah.
I had the idea the other day that Back to Mystery City, which is one of my favorite albums of all time, sounds like the title is like a sequel. So I was thinking, like, what if there was like a Mystery City album recorded before that has been unreleased to this day, and like the Vault, one day that came out, that would be thrilling.
That'd be amazing. Yeah. Anything I can hear from that the early 80s Hanoi lineup that I haven't heard before, I'm excited to hear. You know,
they're so good.
Like when I first heard the early version of Cafe Avenue, I didn't know there was one. I only knew the Self-Destruction Blues version, and it turned out there's like an old early B-side version of it. And I just found it on YouTube, and I was like, "Whoa, what's this?" I was like, "Wow, it's an octave higher, and Mike can't hit any of the notes. This is brilliant." Check it out if you've not heard it. It's incredible.
There's some really cool old stuff on YouTube with them, like the Swedish TV shows early on. Tragedy, I think.
Yeah.
I had a bootleg VHS of that back in. I found it at a record. I think it's about the only time I've ever been to a record fair. But I came back with this 3-hour VHS of. Those are days of going to finding bootleg VHSs of stuff. Now someone will upload it. But
have them, didn't they? They used to have like old VHS kind of tapes. I remember getting Rock and Roll High School from one of those things, and a Clockwork Orange, and this kind of back in the day, kind of like the VHS tapes and stuff.
But the weird thing is that those clips that you'll see on YouTube now, they're all clearly have been uploaded.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But that same bootlegged tape, because it's got the same kind of like. Comes in and out at the same time, so you don't get the full song, and it's been cut somewhere by someone who's just taped it off the telly or something. You'd think maybe someone might actually have the original thing and be able to stick that on YouTube, but it's still people, taking up the bootleg version that, same one I had. So,
so what does the future hold for the Speedways?
Oh, it's a tricky one right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I want to come and play America. I'd love to come and play America, but I guess that's because actually our biggest audience is America. I was looking at like our sales and stuff. Like it just is.
Is it overtaking Spain?
Yeah, we sell most records. In terms of physical sales of records, it's America. Yeah, and so I'd love to go. You know what I mean? So that would be the dream. That would be the one thing to tick off.
Yeah.
But realistically, I guess next year we're going to go back to Europe. I mean, everything's so kind of messed up right now,
Did you have to cancel gigs?
There's things. Again?
Did you have to cancel gigs?
Yeah,
we didn't have many to cancel. I mean, we had a big one. The big one was the launch gig.
Yeah.
But we didn't But we were luckier than some bands were. I mean, we didn't have like a full tour booked anywhere that we've had to cancel or anything. We kind of got the Spanish stuff that we wanted to do and the German stuff. Just we sneaked that through. That was Germany was March, so we were very lucky. You know what I mean? Literally about a week or two before lockdown.
Because I've not seen you since we were in Berlin.
Really?
Yeah,
we haven't, have we? No, of course not.
No, because
me,
Mauro and Adrian crashed into this place in Berlin, and Mauro flew home earlier than me and Adrian, and that's the last time I saw you.
Yeah.
Like what, 4 months ago? It was crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
So bye in that guy's flat we let us stay in. But
so,
we've got some things in the diary. They've just confirmed that that the Spanish festival that we're supposed to be doing in October is going to be happening. So we should be, fingers crossed, going out to Spain to do that. And there's another couple of possibilities for things for after that, but nothing that's confirmed that we can announce yet. So, you know, and we should be playing London a couple of times before the end of the year. If we can play London, then we will. We've got 2 possible dates. So fingers crossed again.
And there was a festival in Spain in December as well. Is that still? I guess
still all waiting to hear. You know, that's it's tricky. You know, it's an indoor thing, so that's they're harder to confirm at the moment. It's only the outdoor stuff that there's just about managing to make work. But we'll enjoying having the album out, enjoying having people hearing it now.
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
Yeah, people seem to really like it. I mean, that's the main thing. I mean, you know, it's difficult because normally when you a band at our level, I guess a lot of the sales is the records you sell at our gigs, you know, what you sell at your shows, and we've not been able to do that, you know. But we've been selling really well online, actually, so that's pretty cool, you know. It is tough because there's only so many times. There's only so many times you can advertise your stuff, you know.
It's nice. There's a few different coloured versions. People like to collect those, don't they?
They do,
That's going quite well.
Yeah. There's been a few multi-buys, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
And it's nice that the thing I particularly like is getting people's feedback from the album, and like I was like knowing what people's favourite track is. What's your favourite track? If you've got to pick one, what's yours, Organ? Putting you on the spot now.
I like This Ain't a Radio Sound the best, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Nice. It's good because every track's had a couple of votes now so far, haven't they? Because you always feel bad. You're like, if any song like doesn't get any votes from anybody and no one says it's their favourite, you're like, oh dear, that's a bit of a shame for that one. But so far, everyone's had a couple of probably in the lead a couple of songs, but on the whole, every song's had a few votes now.
Yeah, Pascal from The Brief said, "In a world without love, it's hard to stay young." Is his favourite song of the year, like full stop. So
nice one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Empty Pages was another one. Like when I first listened to it, that really stood out.
Cool.
I think those two.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I like. I think This Is About a Girl Who Loves the Sun is my favourite on the album. I think so. But
same here. I've gone for that. I've gone for that one on the artwork anyway. We were asked about favourite tracks on the inner sleeve. I went for that one. That one and Kisses of History. Those are the two that I think I like. You know.
What's the appeal to This Is a Girl?
I don't know. I just think it's got a nice kind of repetitive kind of hypnotic kind of feel to it. You know, it just kind of goes around and it's got a nice atmosphere. It's quite an atmospheric song. They're hard to get down, aren't they? You know.
That was I was just really excited by how again that was another one we've never really played together. That we rehearsed it vaguely a couple of times, but we were a bit like, this is going to be a studio song, I think. Do you know what I mean? One we're going to just work on in the studio. We never played it live, so it was one of those ones that was really exciting to hear how it sort of suddenly came to fruition and suddenly get. You know, the idea that you had in your head is like, yeah, that's it, that's what we want. It's coming together. So it's kind of, those ones are kind of exciting sometimes more than the ones that, in some ways, more than the ones that you played live lots and you kind of, you know clearly what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess it's a bit of that. It's a bit of a different one for us, I guess, as well, isn't it? We haven't really done anything like that. There's nothing like that on the first album particularly, and it's real. It's beautiful. I love it. I love the feel of like I'm on a beach somewhere, you know, at sunset.
Cool.
So I think "The Day I Call You Mine" has been quite popular as well. A lot of people have said they like that one.
I like that one too.
Yeah. It's like a 2-minute kind of just get through. You know, it's one of those songs.
I don't think it's even that.
No,
I think it might be one. I think
No,
it might be
it's
1.5.
yeah.
I'm all for 2-minute songs or less. I mean,
Yeah.
you listen to them a million times.
Yeah.
Because that's all my questions. You guys got anything you want to add?
I don't know. Anything? We didn't talk about. Did we talk much about Van Halen? There wasn't much Van Halen in this chat.
No, there wasn't much Van Halen.
Happy to talk about Van Halen. What's your favorite Van Halen album?
Well, the first one.
Right.
I guess so. Well, that's the. Yeah, I mean that's got the. Because when I first started playing guitar, I loved Eddie Van Halen, but I could never play that kind of stuff.
Yep.
What I can play ain't talking about love and with a phaser pedal on and all that kind of stuff. So I can just about get through that. And Running with the Devil, I could play that as well. So I can remember Van Halen songs. Actually, what's Unchained? Is that Unfair Warning?
Greatest rock song of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah. I can play that on guitar. Yeah.
On the 1982 tour, they opened with Unchained and went into Romeo Delight. And I think that's like all you ever need ever. It's two of the best rock and roll songs. And then they always had that third song would be a drum solo, as if 2 songs was really too taxing to be on stage for. The 3 of them needed a break.
I only saw them once. I only saw them one time with it was with Sammy, obviously, at the Birmingham NEC in the UK, and I just wanted to see Eddie play. Really, I remember being down the front, and like it was like when he played like Eruption and everything. That was what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see him play the guitar. Just watch him play. Just astonishing. It's so good.
I saw them on the last reunion tour, and it seemed like his guitar solo was like even faster. Like you wouldn't think that was possible. Really.
Yeah. It's fantastic. Yeah, I mean they're such a great band.
I probably have to pick 2 actually. I'm one of the Van Halen 2 club. I reckon. I don't know why. Something is a lot of songs in that I like best. Light Up the Sky, DOA, those ones.
Oh yeah. Somebody Get Me a Doctor.
Yeah. It's all great. Dance the Night Away, of course.
Yeah.
That's the closest to Van Halen get to power pop. I'd probably, you could argue.
Yeah.
We should put it on one of those on those power pop pages. Is this power pop? Dance the Night Away, Van Halen. What do you reckon? Make a case for it tomorrow, actually. I'd like to get mischievous about this sometimes in the band.
Well, Adrian, you and Adrian.
Well, me and Adrian do. Yeah, we like to. Those pages can take themselves quite seriously about this stuff. So me and Adrian tend to kind of go in there and take the piss a bit.
Hot for Teacher as well. I tried to learn how to play Hot for Teacher once, but I couldn't. So.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah. Yeah. I can play the riff.
When I struggled, was the one I was listening to the other day, because I listened to every time vinyl. I try and listen to that every couple of years to try and get into it. I've never managed to get into it yet. I think there might be 1 or 2 songs I like, but something about the album I can't. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me which song I should go for, which is my way into that album. I can't quite get a handle on it somehow.
What album is this you cut out while you're saying it? Probably I didn't want to hear what you said.
Women and Children First.
Oh, Women and Children.
No, Women and Children First.
Oh,
I've got that. I've had it for ages. I keep trying to get into it every year or 2. I give it another go. I've never managed to get into it.
Ooh, that's got some great stuff. It's got a couple songs I never really listened to.
Everybody Wants Some.
Everybody Wants Some is amazing. Just a killer, simple riff. Oh, just chords, like 2 chords back and forth. But In a Simple Rhyme is it's a love song, which is different for them, and it's really poppy and catchy. And then Romeo Delight.
I don't know. Maybe it seems a bit less fun than the earlier albums. I mean, it seems like maybe it's more of a kind of darker album or something. I can't quite get the same vibe off it as I did from the first 2 albums.
Fair Warning's darker, I think.
Yeah.
but I see what you're saying. Because then the Cradle Will Rock is kind of a dark song, and that's the album.
I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying. One day I'll get into it. You know.
Please do.
I never say never about any band or any album, whatever. I always think one day maybe it'll click,
and it'll be worth it. No, listen to Romeo Delight again. Last song, side one. It's one of the best rock riffs. Whew.
Okay.
For me, it was always 1984 because that's what I heard it as a kid and what made me fall in love with music. And I went
those
back
Roth
from there.
The ones, aren't they? The first one that you hear when you're kind of growing up, that comes out as you're, that you remember when it comes out. That's usually really sort of the important one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess it's Panama, isn't it? With the riff to Panama, it's got that kind of introduction kind of feeling,
Yeah. Just those suspended chords like on Unchained and
yeah, exactly. Yeah. True.
Because Eddie always his technique was phenomenal, but he also had like a really great sense of melody.
Yeah.
Like you don't get the sense that he's just noodling. Like everything is very melodic.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got to have good hooks, haven't you? You've got to get people in, Definitely. But he was like ridiculously good player. Because when you listen to the bootlegs, this kind of tapping stuff that he does, like he's so accurate. You hear people kind of slightly miss it, but he never does. He's like always spot on. It's pretty impressive,
And like most of those were done live in the studio.
Yeah.
Like it's no real overdub. I think on the first album there's just 2 overdubs and they were rhythm guitars behind the solos.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Cool, guys. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
No, you're welcome, man. Yeah.
Great, man.
It's cool.
I hope you can make some sense out of our ramblings.